Welcome everyone to Midday Meditation. Nice that you could all get away for a little time and spend some time together in the inner world of silence and refresh and recharge the batteries. And I want to talk this week about action, our relationship with action, because most people lead very busy lives. And because life is so busy, it's difficult to be peaceful. And so we save our money and then we go away on a holiday. Maybe we go to Mexico. And then we're busy in Mexico, not as busy as we are here, but we're busy anyways, but it's not stressful. We don't just go and do nothing. We're active, we do sports, we go sightseeing, etc., go and explore new places. So we're busy, but we're not stressed out. We're not drained by that kind of busyness. So, what is it about action that drains our energy? And one big drain of the energy is performing actions and then focusing on one particular outcome that would be acceptable, and no other outcome is acceptable. We're not considering the possibility that there could even be a better outcome than the one that I have in mind. And so when we perform the action, it's as if I am the action, and this action has to be the way that I want it to be in order for me to be okay. We get trapped in the action. And so if we're on holiday, we're performing lots of actions, but we don't really have any expectations, probably, especially if we're in a place we have never been before, or we haven't been there for a while, or we don't go there very often. And we're just enjoying the newness of it. But in our everyday life, we get trapped in expecting things to be a certain way, perhaps the way that they were for me in the past. And we don't take into account that the world is constantly changing. So when we get trapped, our energy gets drained because we waste all of our energy not liking what's going on. And then there isn't a net gain for having performed the action. What we would like is every time we perform an action, we would like a net gain. So if you're playing a sport, let's say you're playing tennis, you don't always get the point. But if you're enjoying the game and you're getting physical exercise and you're improving your game, there's a net gain. It doesn't matter what the score is at the end. You have received a net gain. So if we can have that kind of attitude towards life, of course, you want to hit the ball well and you want to score points. But that's not really the point of going on the court. The point of going on the court is because you enjoy the game and you enjoy the company of the person you're playing with and you enjoy the sport. It's about enjoyment. So if we can translate that kind of attitude towards all of our actions, then we never get trapped. We never get trapped in disappointment or resistance or regrets. We're doing it because it's a good thing to do, or we're doing it because it's our responsibility, or we're doing it because it's a way that we can help, we can contribute something to the world. And it could be a really insane thing, but that's the way it goes. Getting all of the documentation that you need for your car, or getting ready to pay your income taxes, and hiring a person even. It's just the way that it is. So if we can have this awareness that I, the soul, am in this body and I'm performing actions through this body. It's not actually this character named Mary who's performing the actions. I, the soul, am choosing to use the body this way. And I'll observe the character named Mary performing the actions. I hope that Mary does the actions well, but sometimes Mary makes mistakes. And when Mary makes mistakes, I have to see, why did Mary make this mistake? What could Mary have done differently? Sometimes even things go okay, but Mary made a mistake. I still have to ask this question. It's not about the outcome. I have to ask myself this question. Did Mary make a mistake? What was the mistake? We should do something about this mistake because maybe the next time we won't have a good outcome. So, this is what it means to be detached. It doesn't mean I'm not performing actions, but it's I, the soul, who performs the actions through the body, through this character named Mary. And so, there can always be some kind of an attainment. There can always be some kind of a good outcome if I have this awareness. But if I forget that I'm separate from the body, then I end up getting over focused on one particular outcome. And that leads to a lot of stress. And even if the outcome is okay, it leads me to start looking at, well, but it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, or wasn't the way that I wanted it to be. And so we never give ourselves a window to just be happy. So we'll focus on this consciousness today that I am the soul, I'm the master, I'm in this body, I perform actions through the body, but I get my happiness in life from um, choosing good things to do with the body. Or if I don't have a choice, doing them with a good attitude. To begin with, take a few deep, full, easy breaths. You made the healthy choice to take a little break, refresh yourself. The body's been of service all day long, so now we're going to let the body relax. As you exhale, let the body relax. Do that a few times. Thank the body for being so good to you. Thank the body for being so versatile. So cooperative. Such a good partner. And now, as you exhale, let the mind relax. The mind has also probably been busy today, busy doing some things that were necessary and busy doing other things that weren't necessary, but the mind just has the habit of being busy. We know that it's healthy for the mind to be quiet and relaxed and slow from time to time, not all the time, but from time to time. So as you exhale, let the mind relax. Be a little slower. And then as you inhale, fill the mind with light. Light is like nourishment for the mind. It's like the air that the body breathes. Now bring your awareness to that little being that you are, little being of light. I am the peaceful soul who lives in this body. I'm not part of the body. Actually, I'm the invisible master of the body. I can't be seen, but I'm the one who makes the decisions. the invisible master, and I want to be a wise and benevolent master of my body. I want to use the body for good purposes. I want to use the body in ways that the body is capable of. I don't want to overwork the body or overstress the body or deprive the body of anything that it needs. And yet, on the other hand, the body usually doesn't need as much as we think that the body needs, usually needs less. So the intellect has to be wise and benevolent towards the body. Actions are a necessary and desirable part of life. And we have lots and lots of options about what kind of action we want to perform, how many actions we want to perform. And so the intellect has to be very good to make all of these decisions. If the intellect doesn't observe carefully and decide wisely, then we end up putting a lot of energy and time and possibly even money into actions that have no benefit. Sometimes even actions that have a loss. So the intellect has to manage the body, manage my actions. And the intellect does this from a place of detachment, which means I, the soul, am not the body. I'm using this body to perform these actions. And while I perform the actions, I'm going to be peaceful. And I'm going to be very loving towards the body, towards others, towards that moment in time, very loving. And I'm going to maintain my own happiness by doing what I'm doing well. That's my desire. Let's use this body well, whatever it is. Could be a very simple thing, taking out the garbage. But the mind can be happy while I'm doing this. I don't have to think of it as a chore or a burden. To think of anything as a burden means I've been, excuse me, I've been trapped. I'm trapped in the action. And I'm only seeing the action. I'm not seeing the context of the big picture. If I didn't take out the garbage ever, I wouldn't want to go into the kitchen. Taking out the garbage is an expression of self-respect. When we see the big picture, that the actions that we perform have meaning, they have significance. If I'm just focused on the action itself, I will get into a bondage. It should go exactly the way that I want, or I won't be happy. So we remember, I, the soul, perform actions through this body. I have this body so that I can perform actions. And I, the soul, have the right to decide which actions I will perform. That's one decision I get to make. And the second decision is, in what consciousness will I perform this action? We can't think of all these things while we're in the middle of doing. And so now that we're quiet, We can focus on the kind of consciousness that would be very good while I'm performing actions. I am a unique soul. I have unique abilities, unique virtues. I have a unique life. I make a unique contribution. So there's no need to compare myself with any other soul because each one of us is unique. I, the soul, have the capacity to be happy at any moment. Any moment. We'll choose this moment. Bring your awareness deeply within into the inner realm of silence. And touch that very delicate energy of bliss. And let that energy of bliss flow inside. Keep your awareness on the inner world for now, and especially on that energy of bliss. This is a natural ability of the soul. And it's even possible to experience bliss while we're performing actions. It's easier, of course, when we're not performing an action. So we practice. Just be in that simple state of bliss. Just focus the attention inward. Nothing outside needs our attention at this moment. Just that light inner state, bliss. And now let that energy of bliss flow into the body. Body doesn't have to do anything right now. So let's take this as an opportunity to sustain the body. Fill the body with the energy of bliss. Fill the head with the energy of bliss. Radiate like a sun, radiate waves of bliss. And then be so light that you can fly to your home of light. And as you fly, keep radiating waves of bliss. I am a powerful, blissful soul. And I'm filling myself with very light energy that I can use when I'm performing actions. I can use to stay detached, stay light, stay happy, even while I'm focusing on the action. I'm not going to over focus on the action. I'm not going to require any particular outcome, but I am going to do my best. see yourself in the home of light, still radiating the energy of bliss. You are truly a sparkling star in a sky of light. At the moment, there's no action, no outcome needed, just the energy of bliss. Sweet bliss. Now keep radiating the energy of bliss and bring your awareness back into the body that you inhabit, the wonderful body that you've been given. Keep radiating the energy of bliss because you don't need the body to do that. It's the soul that does that. And then at some point, the bliss will fade. But from time to time throughout the day, remind yourself that you are a blissful soul. You live inside this body, and you use the body blissfully to perform actions. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister.
Our blessing for today, our Monday blessing. You live each day as if it is the first, filled with wonder, innocence, and freedom from the past. You live each day as if it is the first, filled with wonder, innocence, and freedom from the past.
Past.
Thank you.
Thank you all for joining.
Thank you.
Blissful.
Sister, I was not able to join on Friday because I had therapy in my hand. So at 11, I thought I will come back, but I came by 1. So I'm sorry. So do you mind to send me the record from Friday?
I'm happy to, but I need your email ID.
Oh, okay. My name is Sheila Tiwari at gmail.com. Sheila, Sheela.
Hold on a moment.
Okay.